All right, I am back, and y'all, I was watching someone earlier who it dropped her, and she assumed it was like her equipment or whatever. So I'm hoping that it's just like a Facebook glitch right now. So let's see if we can try this again. And I had a cute little caption on it, but I didn't want to save it with just one. So I hope everybody comes back. Hey, Beth. All right, click on that. Okay. Then it should give me, I don't know, y'all, it just said poor connection, but I was just watching somebody else. Hey, Jan. Another crafter, and she's somewhere else in the country, and it dropped her too. So if Facebook is having a problem and it does this again, that I'll just do this tomorrow, because I hate for it to keep dropping, because then you'd have to watch multiple videos to see how to do it. But for those of you who are just on, or if somebody's just grabbing it now, I have these flip-flops, and I keep them separate because sometimes you might want to just like make one that's like that, this. And Beth, you can attest, I've had these since we made the flip-flops on, we made some cornhole boards for my sister for beside her pool. Hey, Kim. I hope everything ends up working out. Yes, I did live videos myself. It was doing that to me. Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't done that to me in a long time. So hopefully it's just maybe a problem Facebook's having. Okay. I was going to paint this white and do some really big, hot pink, polka dots, because I'm really scared of color in my house, but really with my wreaths I do a lot of color because my door is white, so I'm really open to everything. So I went back here and found these cute little peony flowers that I have in my summertime stuff. I even have like a big hot pink one. So I went in my room, when I'm grabbing my paint, and I always look down at those dropped in the back. Fabric, and I have this fabric, y'all. It's real pretty, like linen, and it's got this like jute rope type design that's sewn on it. It's really, really pretty. Let me put this down so you can see it more. And I just really like those colors. I like it with the hot pink. If you remember, we did a bunny rabbit face with these colors. The green was a little bit darker, but I really liked these colors together. We did this earlier in the month with a big tag. So I really want to use these colors. So instead of painting my flip-flops, I'm going to cover them with this material. Now, when you're doing this project, flip-flops are, all kind of colors. You can make them pretty. You can make a cute little sandal, however you want to do it. So I think the easiest way, I'm going to put this on top, and I'm actually going to trace maybe about 2 inches or something around the edge with my pen, because I want to be able to cut it and glue it to the back. I don't want to glue it to the side because, hot glue will melt these foam poster boards in here. It doesn't do good, but it'll work just fine on paper. So I'm going to take my Sharpie, and I'm not going to worry about that it's black because, like I said, I'm doing it way far around my edges. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Hey, again from Michigan. Sin's motto, go big or go home. I know, I'm like sitting here. I bought like a big wood piece to make somebody for their birthday, and I can't say it because they could be watching. They love flip-flops. So I really kind of want one for myself because it's just really, really cute. Hey, again from Karen. It's from Louisiana. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Okay. Hey, girl, Teresa. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not going to get really close on here because I want to be able to put some pieces around the back of it, like kind of wrap it around it. So I'm kind of tracing, not being really perfect. And maybe I'm going to put a line straight down the middle here, and that way I can just fold those pieces back in the middle. But let's see if I got a decent pair of scissors over here that'll cut fabric, because the other day I used my fabric scissors to open my bags of fertilizer. It was like the first one I grabbed when the one I had would not cut it. See, I don't laugh at me. And I knew it as soon as I grabbed it. I was in a rush. I came in here. I was like, I know where some scissors are. And grabbed them. And I think they're still sitting out on my little making fern basket tables. Hey, from Utah. It's a little bit early there. What, 3 hours ahead of us? All right. But yes, it was a really pretty day today in Georgia. But it was a little overcast this morning, so I was like, you know, I'll go and get my feet done and, you know, flip-flop season. And I already have flip-flops on, so, I need to keep my feet up. And so I was like, well, I'll go to that Dollar Tree that I always brag about how good it is out in the middle of nowhere. But I think I waited too late to go, and just about all of their Easter stuff, they didn't have very much. I bought like a couple of little things. But I was like, I'm halfway there. I'm going to go up to the really good Dollar Tree in Augusta that's about 35 minutes away from us. Got there. I mean, y'all, you would have thought, I don't think our Dollar Tree had this much Easter stuff the day they put their stuff out. I mean, they just had everything. In their floral section, y'all are not going to believe. I'll show you the cute little ribbon that I got. That our Dollar Tree has never had this ribbon. Ever. And it looks like, where you make like floral arrangements, and you can buy those big things of jute. It was like it's something they've just, had out there for a while. Okay, so here's our outline. And like I said, it's a little bit big. And then I'm going to cut that center line for us just to pull back. And let's see if I can start this. I think I got a little hole just then. I'm not looking at the Ontario, Canada. It was beautiful here in Arkansas. Cold and rainy here. Yeah, it's supposed to rain the next few days, I believe. I haven't looked at it again since Saturday. Buffy, what's the weather say about raining? Okay, so I'm just going to cut that hole, and what we'll do is just cut little strips for us to pull back and put down with our hot glue gun. And I'm probably gonna, there it is. How could I lose that? All right, so I'm gonna slip it under here and we'll turn it over. And see how we have like the little edges right here? And what we'll do, let's do the center first. That's gonna be the most aggravating part. I'm just cutting little pieces as close as I can to the side. And let's get my little finger protectors out. Y'all, I've got this poor big cart loaded down that I'm scared the wheels are gonna pop on it in a minute. I am getting my money's worth out of it. But the little one is still my favorite because it just scoots all around. Love it. And I think this one might poop scoot around this big one if I didn't have it so loaded down with stuff. And I even put more things in it today. Things that I didn't even know they had in Dollar Tree land when you go to like a real store. So if you ever find like a really good store, just sometimes after I was standing in there today, I just kind of thought, I just need to not even go to my local one and just make myself come to this one, because probably would get more things I liked. Instead of just picking up things because you feel like that's the only option you have. Okay, so you see how I'm just kind of cutting these back, and I'm able to just put a little glue. But remember, when you're working with this poster board, to put your hot glue on the paper side. If you put it on the side, it'll melt the foam that's in it, unless you have like a low, like if you have a little tiny glue gun, those are kind of low temps. Or if you have a hot glue gun that you actually can change your temp, do the really low, and you could put it on the styrofoam. But see, I'm just cutting like little slits up to the side, putting a little bit right on the paper side, and you don't have to put a lot because it'll soak in that material, and you know, hot glue sticks are really easy to paper. Let's see, which one you go to in Augusta? Dominique, I went to the one right on Peach Orchard Road, like on our side, you know, catty corner from Lowe's. The one that's like used to be a bank. It's really big. Because the one across from Costco, if you go to Costco, it's a good one, but it's kind of like ours. It's not really a big Dollar Tree. But the one, it's like a really big one. And, you know, I don't go into the other parts, just the crafting part. But you see how you get like a real pretty little, you know, it's down. I mean, I can pull it a little tight over here. It's a thicker material. But I don't see any seams. You don't see, and it's on there pretty good. So let's do the outer edges so we can make sure we keep that tight. And the only time you really have to cut a little place like this is when you're going around a curve. If you're working on like something that's square, you really don't have to do that. But it just helps you get around the curve. And the tighter the curve, the more little slits you have to put in it. But they were really cute stuff in there. Their craft section, y'all, look at this stuff right here. I'd never even seen this. They're little metal numbers. I got me like 4 packs of them, but they had a ton of them. They're like, you know, like you get the little words that say happy or whatever. It's a whole pack from 0 through 9. And it's like metal. It's so cute. Like little galvanized pieces of metal. I was like, I didn't even know they had. Okay, it's got it on the little thing. See, 1 all the way up to 0. Yeah, I was like, you know, y'all had this. And it was in the crafting section, like something they would, you know, have more of. Still didn't find, though, any of the little wood pieces to make me some more candlesticks, though. Hey, it's 5:45 p.m. Sunny here in St. Alberta, Canada. All right. Which side of Canada is it on? Like the eastern side or the western side? Did you find any Jenga blocks? No, but I didn't look for any. Tumbler? No, I didn't look for any. But I think their toy section, I don't know if I've ever bought them from that Dollar Tree. So it could be in another section. You know, in ours, the toy section is right next to the craft section. So it's kind of, you know, I don't know if they happen to be next to each other, but I don't even know where the toy section is in this one I went today. When I get low, I'll probably start hunting them. But right now, I've got a few really of the little packs. I used all my big packs when I was making my ribbon wall. So I've got like, I mean, probably 3 or 4 little packs. But we have not had any at our Walmart. And I think at our Dollar Tree, I think I jinxed this because when everybody this past summer was saying, you know, you got this little Jenga blocks, well, I can't find them anywhere. I mean, and when I went in there the very first time to look for them, they had like boxes of them. Like, I mean like big boxes of little boxes, just a lot. But right now we don't have any. But we may. Our Dollar Tree is bad about getting stuff in and not putting it out on the shelves for days. It sits in the little center. I'm one of those people that have went in the dollar store and that little cart is sitting in the middle of the aisle and it has little pictures on the side of them of what it is. And if it's something I've been looking for, I have opened the box right up and taken a couple packs out of it. I'm sure they don't encourage that. But I mean, literally like a week later, that same cart will be sitting out in the center with the same stuff. And you can tell other people are doing it because then a lot of boxes will be open. But I'm thinking I'm just helping you out. I got you 4 circles today. Meant to call. Oh gosh, thank you, because they had the star circles, but they didn't have any of the circles. Hey, from Missouri, been watching the news. We are under tornado warning. Oh my gosh. I hate that. Okay, I'm just going around kind of like you would on a pillow and doing, working on these curves. Now, painting it may be a little bit simpler because, you know, you would just paint it and then figure out what you want. But I really, really love this fabric. You know, I got this fabric. There's a lady who moved to our little town who works at a big fabric store in Augusta, like, you know, that they sell nice curtains and all this. And she always buys, you know, the remnant pieces. When they get a new line in, she always, or sometimes they give it to her, or she buys their, like, remnant pieces. I got this from her, y'all. It is full linen. I mean, like 5 yards. I think she charged me like either $1 or $5 for it. And it is beautiful. I made some window valances in my wooden, in my bedroom with it. And I got the valances from her, the wooden valances, and recovered them. They were 3 for $5. And I never think about going to yard sales because, y'all, I am not an early riser and I'm not getting up on Saturday hitting yard sales. I need to, but I don't. I'm too lazy. But every now and again when you do, you're like, why don't you do this more often? But I don't even know if the lady lives here anymore. It seems like I saw the house back up for sale again, so maybe she just didn't like it here. I think they were trying to retire. I have done that. Stay safe. Drink bottle top. Good to use, lift things out. Bottle top. I don't know what she's talking about. Yes, instead of the little that's a good idea. She's saying to use the top of like a water bottle or something. Like I always use my, that is so smart. I always use these little wooden blocks and I'll put them behind things to make it multi-dimension. She's saying save your caps on like your water bottle and you could put those behind it. That is so smart. Y'all see my little handy dandy card over here? Just able to open a drawer and have something. But that is a great idea. Normally I thought I was the only cheap person that would come up with that. But that is an awesome idea. Because, you know, what do you do with your empty water bottle caps instead of, you know, throwing them in the trash can? I have Country Well water, so I don't buy a lot of bottled water. And if I do, I tend to fill them back up because I don't live in the city, so I don't know about city water and all the mess that's in it. I know when I have to drink it every now and again, like to take medicine or something at the church, is not good. My favorite subject, flip-flops. I know, Mama. Don't you love these flip-flops? Oh. Don't buy anything that looks like this. My mother's birthday is always Mother's Day weekend. So instead of like they do me and say, here's your Christmas and birthday together, she gets 2 presents. So yes, flip-flops I know are your favorite. The Dollar Tree up by Augusta Mall on Washington Road is good. That is a good one to go to. All right, Roseanne. Okay, Augusta Mall. Like, do you actually get... Okay, you're saying Wrightsboro Road. Okay, where when you get off at the mall is it? Y'all, this is my friend. Everybody tell her, hey, she is the one that I met today in the Dollar Tree. And she could tell, you know, you could always look and tell, you know, who's a crafter and who's not. Because we're like looking for the same stuff. But so everybody, please tell Roseanne hello. But I'm going to have to go to the Dollar Tree because ours is just, I mean, they're having a little bit. And, y'all, ours is really, since we've gotten, like, the new one, we did have one that was just in the kind of shopping center of Walmart. Now it has its, like, own building. They built it and everything. It was really good up until, like, COVID hit. And I think we're, like, the last people on the list to get anything. Looks like wings. Yes, like the wings we made, but it's going to be some flip-flops. But y'all, I've got something to put around the edge, and I don't know how to tell you where to find it when we get to it. But I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I'm going to actually look up, you know, try to look up where you can find it. I'm sure you probably can find it on Amazon. I just got to figure out what the name is. Okay. Mama, you'd have been so proud of me tonight. I had these flip-flops cut out when we came on here. I knew this cloth was going to take a minute, so that's why I went ahead and cut them ahead of time, so y'all don't have to just sit me here and watch me cut cloth. But we're going to bougie all up these flip-flops. We hadn't been able to say bougie in a while since the fall. Y'all know how about the backs. I always want the back of something to look real professional. So I'll probably maybe put like some piece of burlap on the back to just clean up that back. You know, if the wind hits and it flips over, you don't want to be like, she homemade that. I'm always wanting the backs of stuff to be really neat. I'm going to cut a little bit of this excess off. Should have done that on that piece right there. All right, so did everybody tell Roseanne, hey, the Dollar Tree is good. Come off the ramp and turn left. Go under Bobby Jones and turn right. Oh, I know where you're talking about. Like in this, over there where where Miyabi's is. Home Good. No, At Home or something's over there. I know where you're talking about. And I'll have to go because I was, y'all, probably 15 minutes away from Hobby Lobby, but I refrained myself because I thought I don't need to go in there and buy a whole bunch of Easter stuff when Easter is fixing over with. Because I probably bought way too much in the Dollar Tree, but at least I bought some things that I can use backgrounds for other holidays. Y'all know how about my boards. Hobby Lobby has some good size flip-flops. Rhonda from Spokane, I might have sort of gotten somebody for somebody's present from there already. All right, that little right in the center is going to be a little tough, but I want you to see how so far it's really cute. And I think this is going to go really well with like the little burlap pieces that I have. And let's cut this down. We won't have to deal with so much material. Hey Teresa. Teresa, were you on here? I had a Teresa on here earlier, right when it told me your live has dropped. Bunny wearing me out. You going to get that chocolate milk, Bunny? All right. Oh, my gun fell. My heat gun. I don't have to do any painting tonight. I think this is the first time in a long time we haven't had any paint. My mind is thinking that I have something on my finger, you know, this protector, so I'm using the next finger. Isn't that crazy how your mind works? And mine, Chris tells me all the time he wants to visit the planet that I live on. He goes, I just want to go one day. Smarty pants. He said, I want to visit your planet just one day because it sounds fun. And I would have talked back to him, but he was making my supper tonight. So I just, that's so funny. It's not really funny. It's funny, but it's not really. Oh, hey, Pat from New York. Home Depot. Okay, somebody asked about my glue gun because it's like the bomb. Chris, he doesn't do Facebook. He doesn't understand the videos on here. Like, you can watch a video on how to do anything. And so he thinks, he was like, Roby needs to give you some money, as many people as you're telling to use that gun. And I'm thinking, Chris, I am so small potatoes compared to some people that are out there. I said, and everybody uses them. I said, so trust me, the few people I had, I said, now a lot of my girls did say that they got them for Christmas. Yeah, I think that looks really, really cute. I think I could probably put it a little bit closer down right here to define it a little bit better. But today on the way home from a furniture store, they're called the Furniture Doctor. And I told y'all I was going to buy some reed, which I have now, to make my own tobacco basket. I just have to soak it in the water because it makes it where you can bend it. And but while I'm in there, they just had so much things. And so this man is like, what piece of furniture are you fixing? And I'm thinking, I look at him, and this old sweetie pie man. He's like, what are you know, all up in my business, like, what you making with it and everything. And which is how I am all the time. So I'm not really saying anything about him because I'm all up in everybody's business. I told him, I said, I'm not making any furniture with it. I'm crafting with it. And it's like, y'all, it's not jute. It's almost like it's a paper, like a paper reed, almost a small little reed. And it's braided. And it's meant to go around like wicker furniture when you repair it and things like that. So I've got to figure out like what it's actually called. But I'm gonna tell you how sweet this little man was. He was a sweetie pie. Followed me around the whole store. This little bundle was normally like $15. So when we're standing there, he said, listen, somebody just brought that in one day thinking if I could use it, and I've had it in forever, so, you know, I'm gonna give you that half price. So I said, well, can I get two then? But he was just a darling. So I have like a couple of bundles of this, but I'm gonna look it up to see what it is, because to me, crafting with it is gonna be awesome. Like if you had it in a messy bow, because you could probably unravel it a little bit. I probably need to glue it a little bit when I start cutting it so it doesn't, I can meet up. But what we're gonna do is line the edge of this. Hey, from Texas, lovely. My sister-in-law decorated her bathroom for different seasons of the holidays. She has a summer thing with flip-flop. Yes, I'm not a huge flip-flop fan, but my mama is. But once I started like doing this other thing, I was like, that's really, really cute. So I want one for my door. And like when I do a wreath, I'll do all kind of colors. I'm not scared of colors when I start the wreath. All right, so I'm gonna look for a place that I can really start. And I'm thinking, since I'm gonna have a bow and everything on top of it, let's start at the top, because I don't think you'll see that part. Because of the bow. Oh, hold on. First thing we have to do, and y'all, I'm gonna look at my own flip-flop here on the floor. Got me some new flip-flops, so they don't have like a feet print in them. I'm gonna look at that to see how to do the little toe part. All right, so I have my little dots on here, so let's put the dots on. The dots go here. Hey, from Texas, lovely. Did you see where you purchased the glue gun? Pamela, I bought mine actually off of Amazon, but Home Depot owns Ryobi. And it was $29 and some change on Amazon, and it's $29 and some change when you go into Home Depot, not Lowe's, Home Depot. And it's $29 in there. The glue gun isn't that much. You just get this, the glue gun. The batteries, you want to go ahead and whatever size battery. I think I've got like a medium size battery. They do make a smaller one. I might have paid like $25 for the 2 batteries. You want 2. You don't want to wait 30 minutes in a minute of crafting. And they last about an hour and a half. But the charger is almost $40. So total, you're going to pay right at $100. But when you look on Amazon and you buy like a combo pack, it was like $150 for the charger, 1 battery, and the gun. So buy it separately. I know you don't ever really hear that, but for whatever reason, it was a whole lot cheaper to get it separate. Buy the piece separate. Okay, so what I did was just put 2 black dots where I'm gonna put these little ends. Where did you get the flip-flops? Pat, I had something that I bought from Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I traced it out and made things. But I have this, and I can send you, if you inbox me, I can trace. I probably have to do one on one piece of paper and one on the other, and you can print them out, and I'll give you the pattern, the little template for them. Just inbox me your email address. Okay, so we need 2, 1 to go here. And I'm actually gonna, the reason why I wanna do this first is because I'm going to do this from the point of where your toe goes in to the side, and I'm going to glue this down. And that way, when we put the outside, it'll cover up this edge and clean it up. That's why you want to put this little outside, this little, like the little toe part of a flip-flop. I'm sure it has some kind of name, but I don't know what it is. I'm going to cut it at the angle. Okay. Just like this. And y'all, you could put a little hole in it and like really do like a hole, but this is decorative and it's not gonna like hold anybody's toe up. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue right on the tip. And this is like almost a jute, so it's gonna get a good bond. I hope. It definitely will in the cloth. And then we'll do it down just like this. I'm coming over this week for some behind the scenes action. Y'all, that is my niece, Amy. And please say a prayer for my sister, my oldest sister's family. My brother-in-law lost his mother in the middle of the night last night. She's been very, very sick. So it was a blessing that she went ahead and went to be with Randy's daddy, who died March the 18th last year. So it was just 1 year apart. They had been married probably 60 years. But her health has been really bad. And so she went to be with the Lord last night in the middle of the night. Because she'd been, in a lot of pain. She had cancer. But she passed away. And, you know how it's got to be rough on anybody to lose their mom. I still have mine, so I can't imagine. But it's got to be awful. The thong that's right. It's the thong that goes in between the crack of your toes. Like another thong we know. But thank you, Cynthia, for those prayers. I'm sure it's for my niece. Y'all just heard her say she's coming over. She is in town from Savannah. Amy, we're always talking about Savannah on here. She is the niece that lives in Savannah, and she's here for her Granny Connie. Okay, so we're going to do the outside part, and I'll probably have to get this back straight now since I cut it at an angle. Put a little bit of glue on that just to keep it together. Okay. I'll go ahead and, well, no. Where's my finger protector? I'm going to do this one. Looks like if I do it at a slight angle back the other way. All right, according to this flip-flop, it goes to the same length, just on the other side. Oh my gosh, look at that. Y'all want a pair of these flip-flops. I love these colors. All right, let's let that, you can also use the roll of leather from Hobby Lobby, the ribbon section. Yes. Oh man, that would be awesome. Prayers for you and your family. Thank you, Debbie, so much. Thank you, Amy, for the hearts. Prayers for the family. I lost my mother at 21 to brain tumor. She was only 43. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I still have mine, so I can sympathize. What do you say? Sympathize, but you can't empathize because you've never felt it before. Will they fit? They may fit. My big feet, I wear a 10. I'm tall. Now, see, that one's not wanting to lay down. I think it's a little cattywampus on the, because this is a roll of some kind of, like, weaving stuff. So, that one's not wanting to lay down. But let's put a good little amount right here. Maybe that'll keep, y'all, is that not the cutest? Even if we didn't put it around the edge, that is awesome. But you know me, I want to put it around the edge. I think it'll give it just that something, something. Did you get a little building today taken down? No, we demolished those buildings Saturday. They're down. They actually hauled them off in the trailers today. Thank you, Sheila, for the prayer. Prayers together again. Ever watching from Iowa. Okay, all right, Iowa. I'm new to your page. What state are you in? Denise, I'm in Georgia, about midway down on the right-hand border of South Carolina. Our county borders up to the Savannah River, which is, the divide between South Carolina and Georgia. So we're like right below Augusta. We're down here in Natsville where it's hot and gnats are everywhere, y'all. Look at that flip. Does that like a real flip-flop? I mean, and it's like, I want these flip-flops. I'm glad I decided to make mine. I was like, I'm going to make this and want it. Okay, I don't need quite that much of a curve. And just like this, no matter if you use the leather, if you just use ribbon, it'll be fine. All right, quit trying to be all okay. And he told me, just like the reed that I'm using, because this is kind of a paper wood almost, you can wet, he said, you can wet this and make it easier to manage. But you know, I wasn't doing all that. I was so ready to use it when I got home. But I'm going to figure out what this is called for you. But like she said, the leather would look really pretty too. All right, so let me let this get a good bond right here. Oh, did I freeze? Please don't tell me that. Frozen again, frozen. Oh, I see it getting all fuzzy on my... All right, let's see. I was getting fuzzy on my own. Okay. I don't think anything's wrong with our internet. It must be Facebook. Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't want to stay down right there. Let me put this down here. And then I can doctor this a little bit. Good now, you're good now. I can kind of exit out and come back in really fast without it dropping me on Facebook, and maybe that kind of helps. I saw on the laptop, it never lost me, but it got fuzzy. But I was watching somebody earlier, and then somebody said she does lives too, and hers was a little frozen today too. All right, so we got to go back this way a little bit. Okay. And you know what I'm going to do on my little flip-flop right here? It looks like it's pinched together. So I think it'll give me a really good bond, better bond. If once they're all, I kind of pinch it right here on front and glue it right on the beginning of the thong. Good on my end. You are back, but it's stay broadcast interrupted briefly. Cute and so neat. Yeah. I wish that I knew how to be creative. Yes, you do. You just got to find something you like. It's like reading a book. I used to hate to read, but you find something you like and you'll love it. Same with crafting. You just kind of have to just keep watching crafters, and eventually they'll make something that you'll really love so much you're like, I'm just going to have to make it. Or you can be like me, just so, I don't know what it is. I know it's probably cheapness, but you just kind of look, and you just ever look at something and go, you know, I think I can make that. Even there's lots of stuff I look at that I'm like, I should not have started this. It turns into something else because I really couldn't make that. But you tell yourself you can. Okay. I don't know if I made this one as pretty as I made the other side, but we're going to go with it. This is the side, maybe the closet, when you put another shoe on it and it bent down that one side. That's what we're going with. That's my story. And I think it's this one right here that's all bleh. Just don't want to stick. Those are turning out so cute. Yes. Them flip-flop needs to come to Texas. You know what they say, everything bigger in Texas. That's right. I want to see Texas. I want to drive all day across the state and never get to the other side. Listen, I'm going to have to start sending this stuff out soon because I don't know where I'm going to put this. I mean, Amy, my niece, she said the other day when we were eating lunch that I want to come to your house and go shopping. And I'm thinking to myself, please. I don't know. I'd probably be one of those hoarders or the people on pickers that they're like, yeah, I'm ready to sell. And every time they pick something up, they go, how much is this? And the man always says, oh, no, I like that. I'm going to keep that. I probably, because I'm thinking, you know, what did I really not want? But I love it all. Y'all always like it. You know, even bless your heart, I couldn't give her up for all the tea in China. Okay. All right, I think I'll be able to keep that one down. It's the way this is. I probably just got it on like a little fold or something on here because this is how he had it stored. My road actually dead ends into Savannah River about a mile past my house out on Shell Bluff. Yes. And she lives next to y'all. She told me about this Dollar General out in the middle of nowhere that's just awesome. And Chris, when I got home, Chris was like, I know exactly where that is, y'all. I want these flip-flops. Okay, I can put my shoe back on now. Okay, so we're going to take this and go around the edge. And this is a wreath, y'all. So normally, you know, I wouldn't spend, you know, this is like $7, but I had this free, had this poster board, which if you think it's $1, because I used just about a whole one. Let's see if this is going to make this curve. I think it is. It might not want to, but we're going to make it. Like you said, next time I'll know to soak it in some water. But look, oh, see, it's bending a little bit. We'll just help it along. I want these shoes. Put flowers in them. I am, you know, I got those peonies. That's the reason why I got those peonies, because I thought I'll just go get like a flower to put like right in the center. And we may still do that. And then we can put a big old bow. It's a wreath, girl, y'all. So I got some ribbon up here for some bows. Because who don't love bows? Okay, I'm going to try to get this where it can match. So we'll do that straight down. And this is probably, this and the bottom is gonna be my, and I'm gonna let it hang over the edge just a little bit. And I think this is gonna take a really good bond. These curves may just be a little on the tricky side, but if I hang it over the edge, I think we'll be okay. Gives it a little bit more room to play. But is this not gonna be the cutest thing? Chris, you reckon I can call like some kind of shoemaker and get them to make me some of these shoes?
Oh, I know a bunch of people.
You know, some cobblers? We're cobblers tonight, y'all. We're just making the Jolly Green Giant some flip-flops. Auction this all. I'll auction this all. Clothespins that don't. Okay. Oh, and listen, Roseanne was with me today when I found these. You know the little tiny clips I've been telling you about, and they got a little strength to them. Today in this Good Dollar store, you only get 2 in a pack, where the other ones you get maybe about 6, maybe. Look, I mean they got like some pinch to them. You're so smart. See, Chris, I needed those clips. Oh, this is taking a really good bond. So I think we'll be good. You know, I hadn't even thought about this. Well, I don't think that they would come loose in the heat because it's cloth. You know, it gets down into the fabric. But if you're, you know, if you live in Georgia and you're going to do this, remember to use like the Gorilla Glue. I did not go to Walmart today. I've got like 2 things of glue left. Or 3, whichever one. I've got to go tomorrow, because what's self-respecting crafter runs out of hot glue. And you know, if I had to get out my little tiny hot glue, I feel like I was cheating on my hot glue gun. We can't have that. Oh yeah, I'm liking these little clippy clips. I might have gotten 3 packs of them. Which I wanted to get a whole lot more than that. I was like, oh, the other ones had 6 in it. So let's bend this a little bit. Now, when you get up here I want them to actually be side by side and not overlap each other that much. So I may try to stay on this side. Y'all, this is gonna be so so cute. I'm gonna have to stop by. That man had about 10 more packs of this. Hopefully he'll give me a deal. And I'll say, you know, I come back up here. Somebody wants one of these wreaths. Somebody wants one of these wreaths, you call me, because this is too cute. But I've got to figure out what this is, because this would be really pretty on a lot of things. Can you imagine like making like some kind of like little tiki something for beach with it? Hey, Pop. Maybe the border around the flip-flop could be painted a bit darker brown. Sure could. All right, so this is the part where I'm gonna go over the edge, and see how I already did it on this side? And it just cleans that right up. You don't even see where we connected it. So it really isn't, even though I put them at an angle, you really don't have to do that. But if you didn't want to put like a border like this, let's see if I can get a clip in there on that. I don't want to bend it, okay? And I'm going to cut it this way at an angle, so you can't really tell. And I'll show you how I did that. And I had to learn that with jute when it comes apart. That way you won't really see when you put something. If you do it kind of like, it doesn't have to be a 90-degree angle. It can be whatever angle you start with. Just when you get around to the side, you can kind of lay it over the top and cut. Sometimes you can cut them both at the same time. That way you'll know you'll have that angle. But let me see. Okay. So remember we started and I cut it at an angle. Whoops, my finger's in the way. An angle. So when I cut it on the opposite angle, that way I can put them together. And you're never gonna be able to tell, if I can do it neat, that one stops and one begins right here. But this one little piece needs some glue. A little finger protector. I still have to get me a set of the bigger clips. I know, listen, I didn't even know they had bigger clips. And however long they've had the little ones, they just got them in our Dollar Tree the other day. And they had a ton of them. So if you live in Waynesboro, they had a ton of the little ones. But they didn't have any of the big ones. But, you know, like the little ones in it, it still would have worked on here. But I'm loving these. Okay, I want y'all to be able to see this one, because this is beyond cute. I almost don't want to put anything on it but a jute tie, because they look so neat and clean. Look at that. Whew, so cute. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. And you can see how this is where I met. And I cut one at an angle and the other side at the opposite angle and put them together. And if I just push that little curve even more in, you won't be able to tell like that it starts and ends right there. All right, so we did this and went to the outer edge first. Okay, so I've got to bend it back the other way now. It's gonna be weird going counterclockwise in your brain. Too cute. Those are just adorable. I know they are. I just kind of want to leave them like this, but you know I'm not. But I want to. And I don't think I'm going to use all this that cost me $7. And like I said, I had the cardboard, had the material. And when can you ever get away with an awesome wreath for under 10 bucks? Okay. Oh, this going the other way is going to kind of get into my brain. Maybe these clips are good. Y'all are so smart. I'm telling you, that's why I craft with y'all. If it wasn't, can you imagine what they would come out with if y'all weren't here to help me? These clips are really going to come in handy, though, when I'm making that tobacco basket and all those little pieces have to stay on here. But I'm going to figure out what this stuff is called, because he you know, people doctoring wicker furniture is like a thing. So I'm sure wasn't like a one of a kind. And he was the sweetest person. But he had all kind of wooden doorknobs in there and all that. That would be like good to do like little risers on stuff. So if you have like a furniture doctor place, you know, repair shop, that's just what ours is called, is the furniture doctor. Near you, go in there and see if they have like reed and stuff like that. These are adorable. Your creative mind is amazing. Love watching. Thank you so much, Debbie. I haven't seen the larger clips. No, I hadn't either. Awesome job so far. They would be beautiful. Wicker braid. I'm gonna have to look it up. I wonder if you can get it on. You can get reed on Amazon. So I guarantee you might can get this wicker braid. And it looks like it's maybe about 7/8 inches wide. Yeah. 7 or 3/4 inch wide. I'm sure they probably have different width. These are too awesome. Okay, let me try to bend this a little bit. But y'all have been telling me to watch Barb's Sisters on here. She was able to tell me all the names of them today. We had just a time talking about all our cute little stuff. She told me her sister, because I was thinking the Shabby Tree, and there's like a Shabby Shack one. I said, is that her sister? She's like, no, they're totally different names. So it was pretty cool. So I came in, I was like, Chris, I talked to 4 people today about watching Sin's Crafting Me, and it was so awesome. So it looks like they're going to try to overlap just a little bit, but not much. Okay, almost to the end. And so then we get to the fun part, like putting all the cutie stuff on it. Ribbon and flowers. Hang on. That was slipping a little further away when I pinch it. Okay. All right, I love my clips. I use them a lot with my dollhouse things. You can also get some from the sewing department. Oh, man. Rope did the job. Yeah, I think it just rattan braid. I'll have to look because this is awesome. And I'm going over this like one that was kind of giving me some trouble earlier. So I think it straightened that little. It didn't straighten this part up, but did straighten that part up. Okay. All right, I'm still going to have a lot left to do other crafts. So not quite 7, only about $3 and something so far. So y'all, see, just saving Chris money left and right. Y'all have to tell him next time he's on here how proud he should be all this money I saved him. All right, let's see. Oh, and that met up perfect. Okay. All right, so that. Y'all, so cute, so cute. Look, I'm just putting my clips up in my little cubby things. All right, so let's see. I probably still have a lot of this left. I'm wrapping it the opposite direction that it was. Yeah. Lord, a man had to have wrote this up. A woman would have just went back and forth. This person circled it. Okay. So, if this is what it started out like, I probably used like half of it. And it didn't say on it how long it was. It just had the price on it. So, I'm actually going to put one of these big clips on it for right now until I find like a rubber band or something. So, we didn't even use all of that. And we met ours up right here on the tip. So, see how you can't tell where they start or finish. Just cutting them at an angle. All right, the only thing I don't like is like the toey part. But I think it's something I can live with. But y'all, is that not the cutest thing? I want these shoes. Lisa is the Silver Farmhouse, the other sister. Yes, she right when she was telling me the names. I mean, I got my phone out. We had like a long chit chat. We had a great time. All right, so, I wanted to show y'all this killer ribbon, y'all, and it's probably like 20 something rolls in here. They had this. Look at this. Got some kind of chicken and hold on. Farm family. It's got a barn, a cow, son, a pig, a chicken. Like, it's black and white, the red and white, because I got two of everything. This is just kind of like a good background one. I think that's one I know. Here's black and red. Polka dots, some black and white polka dots. I mean, I looked down at this. This is it, and it just looked like something, you know, wasn't in there. Oh, and there was one lemon. I was like, they didn't have any of that at ours ever. Okay. So, let's see what we want to do with our flour. See if it'll come off the end. We can put our little flower maybe right there and just make a pretty little bow on. What do y'all think about that idea? Like, put the flower right there, even though if I put a big bow right there, you might not be able to see it. And I think that's what's going to happen, because you know me, it's a wreath, y'all. I'm a pretty big bow, even though I really like that. And if I wasn't doing a bow, I think that would be cute, just like that. But I am, so. And I think, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, I wonder if I did the hanger with that. Nah. Okay, I've got some of this dollar store jute just as my hanger. And it's kind of long, so I don't want to make my hanger really long. And I would put like just something on the back if it didn't have that little part out. So I think I'm just gonna do a quick little hanger up here and not very big, yeah. And once I put that burlap on the back here to clean this up, it'll clean these edges of this up too. Wow, you hit the jackpot. My Dollar Tree doesn't have all that. No, I mean, I don't even think they have any, they didn't have ever had any Easter ribbon. Ours didn't. It was kind of really sad this year. Fall was the last thing we had that was just awesome. We had everything. Did you get the red pickup truck ribbon? I sure did. I got two of them. I got two of everything. But yeah, just got little red trucks on it. I was like, where has our Dollar Tree been? And it was in the like floral part, like with the vases and like little wreath things is, not in the craft part. The ribbon was. Okay. So I want to not make this very long, but so probably about right there. All right, this is that big jute. So remember, it's going to take a big bond, a good bond, but I'm still going to put a ribbon over it. And I wish I would have taken the time to go to the Walmart and go ahead and get my Gorilla Glue. But after I've been to a few stores, I was kind of ready to come home. Okay. Thank you, Rosemary. Y'all, don't forget, if you're not a member of Sin's Crafters, please ask to join. That way you can share your crafts. Even if you don't want to share your crafts, you can still hear everybody else's. I don't turn anybody down. So ask to join, and you can look and see what, everybody's, may do different. The crafts I do in a different way, or they may show you their own crafts, something they might have learned on another channel. Because there's another crafter, because there's so many out there. Just keep searching. You'll find a ton. There's a ton I like. I do come across people that our crafts just aren't the same, and sometimes I may go on their page and just see maybe that night they were doing something I didn't like. But and sometimes that is the case. Piece of white. I'm trying to find a piece of ribbon, and everything I picked up was curly or, colored, or not all these bright colors on them. Okay, and we're just gonna remember to put the glue on your jute when you're doing this, because you don't want your jute to slip out. This just helps you get another bond. You can use a Jenga block. Ribbon helps if it's something you want to hang and you want to have it sit close to the wall. The Jenga blocks tend to poke out a little bit, but this jute is kind of thick. So I would say use a ribbon on the thicker, but the smaller jute, you can use the Jenga blocks just fine. We're just cleaning that up. But this is really, even adding all that little, what did y'all say it was? Wicker raffia or something? Now I'm just making up names. These are some Texas flip-flops. Okay. Y'all. It's got a little hanger on it now. So we're almost there. And I've never made any flip-flop wreaths. If I put a bow right there, are we gonna lose what they are? Or should I put the bow like down at the bottom? Cause you know me, it's like these some big Texas flip-flops. I want a Texas bow on here. And I wonder if we're gonna lose what you'll be able to tell what they are. Okay, let me sit here and talk myself out of my big bow I'm so excited about making. Styrofoam. It's called Wicker Repair Rattan Braid. Y'all know I can't pronounce anything. Are you going to dress up your two bunnies from today? What two bunnies? Oh, you're talking about the two bunnies. Yes, y'all. She came walking around the corner with some of those little cloth bunnies we were talking about last night. And I was like, oh, do they have any more of that? And she was like, oh, you can have these too. I have some at home. So I got two more of these little bunnies. So, and they had the cutest little, y'all. I'm telling you, our store doesn't have anything. It had these little bunny butts. Like not butts, bunny. Now, my Dollar Tree never had these. They're like little tails, bunny tails, and they got this little clip on them. So, I'm going to paint this sucker brown and put this on the back of him, but I'm going to leave it white. And then he'll be really farmhouse, like my rabbits, they're not white here. In Georgia, they're not white. But I'm going to put that on his little butt. Because, he doesn't have a little tail now. He's just beautiful. But yeah, they had tons and tons of these. Ours never had one. So I bought about 8 of them because I really think a pom-pom garland would be pretty. So I got a few of them to do that. Y'all, I'm telling you, you just got to kind of go around to your Dollar Trees because they're not all getting the same thing. rattan. Rattan. Okay, rattan. But the bow won't put the bow on the hanger. Okay. All right. So look at all these magic bows I went and got. I mean, magic bows. I'll have to talk to y'all about this later right here. Does this not look like wire? I mean, it is wire, but it's covered in like a floral brown. And so I'm going to use it for the like back of bows on things, but not on this because it's dark. Even though, like she said, this stuff right here, he told me, just like my reed, you can soak this stuff right here in paint and watered down paint and stain and coffee. And I could make, I can paint it, of course, but I could also stain it just like the other. Okay. I got mine out, my hot pink, and I got this because of the colors that I have. And I don't think I want to, this is the only ribbon that I found today at the Dollar General, and I thought it'd be good for the summertime. It's supposed to look like lace on top of burlap, but it's kind of just painted on top of there. But that was the only really kind of good thing I found at the Dollar General. Okay, of course we're gonna have our favorite. Gotta do the polka dot. Let's see, do we need some filler? We have this, and we have this. Now, even though this looks green, it really isn't. It's kind of like a blue, almost turquoisey light, so I'm not going to put any green in it. So I think that's about the only thing we're going to, here, let's do a little filler. And that one. So, ooh, bows, bows, bows. I'm so excited. All right. And y'all tell I was excited about doing this bow. And see, I got this out to add a little flower to it if I wanted to, is the reason why I grabbed the two separate colors. Because it kind of has both colors in it for my bow. And maybe we'll just use these two and not the white. Yeah, because that plays off kind of that, and it's a little too busy. All right, so let's see. Always going to use this as our background, but y'all, I don't think I'm going to make a loop, but I think I'm going to make some tails out of this. Oops, and my glue gun is dying. All right, how we doing on time? Y'all, it's 8:44. We did that in just an hour and 15 minutes. And we died once, so we did good. Oh no, Nana, bunny head off. Going in the carrot. Oh, because his little bunny butt was hanging out. Okay, let's get our background going here. And I think I'm even going to like dovetail this bow. Up. I love that pink polka dot ribbon. Yes, I think I got this off of the internet. There was a few ribbons that I ordered this off of Amazon. When I first made the bow, when I started making wreaths for Mimi every year, it was a spring wreath that I wanted to make her that took like 10 different color, and I really needed this, and this the only place I could find with the little polka dots and not big was on Amazon. But now there's some places you can order ribbon off of on the internet, but I like Carolina Pottery now, so I really don't get that many off the internet anymore. There's one, and I wish I could remember the website. It had awesome prices. Really, really good prices on this one. And right before it, I'd spent almost double the amount on this ribbon. I don't think I'm going to put any white in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll save it with my tail. This I got at Carolina Pottery. Because you know, I told you I didn't have really that many colors when I started putting them up. I was like, do I need another jute? No, I've got like every jute color under the sun. So excited about this ribbon. I mean, this bow. And I probably have some of this cut up for that wreath I took apart last year. I don't think I need this. I had enough filler. Okay. So real fast, I'm gonna put it together. I mean, dovetailing it before you do it's kind of smart, but if you end up having to change some of your ends or cut some of them, you have to redo it. So I'm just gonna wait and put them together. That I go to literally have nothing. Hold on. And I didn't bring, you know what I didn't put in my carts, I'm just sitting here thinking of, is pipe cleaners. I did remember to put cable ties, something I never use in here. So let's actually break out one of those. And I don't know if y'all were on the lives. Buffy, one night I was like, you can use a cable tie for your bow and they don't break. Well, evidently I bought the cheapest cable ties in America because I pulled it really tight and it broke. Okay, so let's see. I think that's a good, no, I want that a little bit smaller. No, that's the background, so that'll be okay. I got to sit here and figure out what length I want it. Okay. All right, so that's like a good start. And these are going to be a little bit longer because, you know, they're the ones in the back that's going to have, you're going to have to see over all the other one. You know how y'all, I'm scared of colors. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here. All right, so just a tad smaller, and then I'll do the rest of them that length. Let's see, make his tails a little bit longer. Hold on, Dollar Tree bought Dollar General, so it should start to see more craft supplies. Oh my gosh, now that's awesome. Yeah, I could have made that one a little bit longer. Now I made that one a little bit longer, but we'll live with that. Okay, so we got two now. So let's add another. Let's do the polka dots in the background. Now, the reason why I twist my bottoms around, and I do it even when it's one like this, it's really two-sided and it's okay. When you put it on here and you start with your loop in the front, see how that's back and you're actually seeing the back of it. So you always want to come around here and turn, not just turn your first ribbon, turn your tail. Go ahead and turn that one tail around. So you twist it and do the other side and see it's laying that way. So let me show you another one, how it wouldn't matter with this one, but still get in the habit of doing it. Okay, so you're gonna pinch it, find what size you want your loop, put the tail on the back when you set it down. So when you set it down on the back, remember how the other one, even though this one is kind of really the same on both sides, I'm still gonna turn it because you need to get in that habit of turning that one. And then turn this one, go out. I'm doing it just a tad shorter. And I'm gonna just let that one hang. All right. Let's see. Okay, so here's another one that's gonna matter. Okay, we're gonna put, ooh, and that loop is a little too, let's do a long tail on that one. I think I cut this one a little bit longer. Okay, so went out just a skosh shorter, but see how that tail is facing the back. So go around here on the bottom. Hold on, that's way too long. Okay. So this back tail is facing the opposite way. So just take it and twist it, and you've got it pinched in your hand so it's going the right way. So when you put your clip tie on it, your whatever you're using, your string, your pipe cleaner, whatever you're using, it's going to catch it turning the opposite way. So even if you start pulling on it, or and see, this one will just lay down right. You know, when it catches, you know, you can pull it different ways and it's not going to turn it because it's going to catch it twisted in the back. So we'll have the stripe here on front. Okay, and it's going to be another one where it matters if it's front or back. Okay, so here's a loop right here. Oops, hold on. I know what I'm going to do with this one, and I'll show you. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's out, and see how the back is facing the wrong way. So like this is the front. It's really white. Catch it back here. Turn it that way. And then you'll turn your other ribbon this way. And see how this tail is a little bit longer? Take this, and I'm going to still hold it in my hand like this. And you're going to, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me talk myself. Okay, when you get to this side, instead of like keeping it flat, twist it back this way. Then make a little loop, and I haven't moved my thumb. And then I'm going to catch it here, and just like on the other one, that way it gives me that little closure in the center. You don't have to do that, and I'll have to do that several times, and it's something you have to work with because you see I haven't done it in a while, and I have to kind of sit there and go through it in my head. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm keeping my thumb on it. Y'all, I'm used to using a pipe cleaner. I don't want to pull this too tight. I've learned the hard way they do break. You get like good ones that have like a little bit of steel in it. If y'all are asking questions, I haven't looked. I am going to have to watch the replay. All right. It really is a matter of practice. And Jennifer White used to tell me all the time when I got her to tie bows for me, she said, Cynthia, you just got to practice. And I kept thinking, there's no way I'll ever be able to make a bow as pretty as you. I don't care how much I practice. And you really do just have to practice. If you don't make them very often, you know, if you make a good one like this, if you practice and do different things, keep it whole. You know, keep it this length. If you think you may use it again, I usually take mine apart. And see, all of my ribbon, I tend to like all of my tails going one way. But you can come in here, since we've got it all, and make your ribbons go in either directions. It'll slide around and go the other way, but I tend to like it to flow one way. But you see how that takes a minute. It's not as fun as doing a messy bow. You know how we all love our messy bows. And you can sit here and play with it forever. Okay. I don't know why I'm fluffing it up, because it's just gonna go whatever way it wants to, and I'll get it on the door and, you know, fluff it up some more. I made that loop a little bit big, but I can live with it. I think maybe I could stuff some of it down in there. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail my ends. You just pinch it together and cut up. This way you don't have to worry about doing any kind of perfect V. It'll do the dovetail for you. All right, hello from Kentucky. I'm saving this. All right, we'll make some more. I really love bows. In the summer, we'll make a little bit more. An easy bow maker really does work. I think they run, what, around $15 or something. It really isn't bad, like when you're starting off, because it kind of holds it for you. You really have to like practice a lot to kind of be able to hold it in your hand but, or make a lot of bows, but the Easy Bow Maker, and I think they've seen you like instructions for different ones. And it tells you about, you know, measuring each side out, on the length. All right, one more. Okay, so let's see. Got my little handy dandy trash can down here. All right, so. See, I told you. Oh, yeah, we can put it like on the thing so that way we can still see. Because the way I was doing it, I was scared that you wouldn't see that it was a flip-flop. But can you still tell that it's a flip-flop? All right, let's see. I don't think we need any white. But we can do like a little tail. You know, that little tail can always be like one of your like little accent colors. And I'll probably do that a little bit shorter. All right, let me see how you even put these on with this, y'all. On here. Let's see. And it seems like once I watched somebody use this and she said, don't forget to put your attach in the bow when you're making it. You see, I didn't do that, but it looks like it's gonna maybe slide under here easy. Yeah, just slide under the other one in the back. Okay, I'll put that one on it. I need to cut off that other little piece on that one. Okay, y'all. And to attach it, I keep smashing it. Why did I fluff it up? I mean, I don't have to do it on, I think I'm gonna have to do it on one side if I wanna put my bow on it. Okay. Well, at least maybe if I decide I don't like it on one side, I can always just take this loose. I put the hanger at the other end of the flip-flop so the thongs are facing down and the bow is up top. Just about to go on now. Making bows are my challenge. Yes. They can be, but like I said, if you practice. If you don't make them a lot, stick to the messy bow, because y'all know you can make a messy bow. Like we could have used cloth in this. Messy bows are extremely cute to me. Let's see. Gosh, you know, it's weird to do. Hold on. Okay. I'm sitting here thinking, how do you do it? On this net, it like messes with your mind. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Kind of hanging down like this. Okay. And I'll probably have to hang it up to refluff my bow. But I'm gonna try and see what the flowers look like. But I'm loving it. I don't know if I love it over at the side like this, and I don't know how to hang it on the front. I could just maybe hot glue it to it. But I'm not, I didn't. I tightened it and didn't slide it all the way down. Hold on. All right. Go all the way down. There we go. Okay, you can't see. Let me lift it up a little bit. So here we go. It's hard for me to see, and I'm looking at you. Whoops. Okay. Oh, okay. The burlap in the back was stopping it. The very first little part of the bow that we made is stopping that part from laying flat. I need to do this on my little door. I have like a little door in my room that I said I would do wreaths on. Okay, so here's this. I don't know if I'm gonna put the flower in it, y'all. I may put one like right in the center. I don't know if I want to put a flower on it. I don't know. I'll see. So that's it. And that way I can go put it on the hanger and straighten this up and take a picture of you. Thank you so much, Doris. Pat, okay, Pat said to turn it upside down. Like if you put the jute up here, and then you would have the flip-flops down, you could still see the thong, and you could put that up there. Maybe I might like that better. And you know, it's nothing to take, this is paper, to take that off the back. Because I feel like it is kind of, I tell you what I don't like is these zip ties. I had to go in there and get my old school pipe cleaner. Ugh, you can't control how it's sitting on there because it gets tight and it's stuck. So let me do that. I just like the boat. Yeah, that's what I've got. See, look, it's wanting to flip around here, and that's killing me. That's driving me nuts. Okay, I'm sorry. But, and then I see I'm smushing my boat every time I keep turning it around. Okay, I'm gonna go in there and get me a pipe cleaner and put my boat how I want it. But what she is saying, and I think it would be a great idea too, is put it upside down. You have to pretend that little hanger isn't there, and you can put the bow on top. And to me, did you tell those are flip-flops? You know, if you walk up to somebody's door, I think either way. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Just because I already have it. And if y'all do it upside down, y'all definitely send me some pictures. Because when I'm making that birthday present, I may make it upside down. But, and that way I can put my bow on here with a pipe cleaner, like, you know, like a crafter should. I knew there was a reason I didn't like those zip ties. But yes, one night we were doing bows and I was like, listen, you can use zip ties on them. Just use the tape. See, they won't break. And I did like that and it broke. My bow went everywhere. I have to go back and look up that video because I think it's still on the Facebook. Okay. So yes, I love that. But, and it may just cover up one, maybe just doing it to the side. Or, you know, you could always put it at the top. But I feel like I don't like it at the top of my ribbon. I definitely don't like it like that. And the flip-flops are kind of like the dangle down part. But if you do like that, make it your own. And I will take a picture of it. I'm going to put it up on the door, take a picture of it. Y'all give me some hearts if you like it. Did you make the flip-flops? Yes, Deborah. You'll have to go back at the beginning. And for all y'all who want the pattern for the flip-flops, what I'm going to do is I'll scan the bottom half, and I'll do right and left. Just know when you get it, maybe when I make a copy, I'll just go ahead and draw that. Because, see, they work together, and I just wanted to be able to put them in different ways. I'll do one and do the other, even though I guess, are they the same flipped over? No, they're a little bit different. I'll do the bottom half and the top half. You actually get 4 pieces. You'll need 4 pieces of paper when you print it out. And then, you know, you just tape them together, put it down on one piece of foam. You can get it from, I think they're only like 88 cents at Walmart. Or, you know, Dollar Tree sells them. Dollar General sells. It's like the cardboard. But if you've gotten any Amazon packages out, you're like mine right now, you wouldn't be able to tell if it's wood, the cardboard you get off a box, the poster board. With cloth, you're not going to be able to tell. But especially if you do edging, and once you paint it, you're not going to, I mean, until you lift these up is when you could tell what material, because this is super light. But I always tell you, you can use cardboard, so I like to use it when I can to show it. And like I said, these are adorable. If I would have had wood, it kind of would have been a waste because you wouldn't be able to tell once you put the cloth on it. Y'all, I just like the flip-flops. Now, put something on the back to clean those edges up. Even if you just put a piece of burlap, that way it'll just, you know, it'll clean your projects up. So if they turn around to the back, you know, you won't tell that you made it. That just gives it a little bit of something extra, especially if you ever want to, like, sell it in a yard sale or something. You can say, like, you know, I got that at Hobby Lobby. You got all the products at Hobby Lobby. Place the bow in the center of the flip-flops. Let's see. Like right there. See, I think it's going to cover up the bottom. My bow is just, you know how I make my bows enormous. And see, even if I got to put it in the center. But I think I'm going to put it on this little arm, right here on the edge. And that way my little tassels will fall down for this flip-flop, so you'll still see that and that. And see, y'all, I can always change it. If I don't want this pink in here, because I didn't end up using the flowers, you know, I think just like a jute bow, the jute or linen color would be just as pretty. You don't have to add color to it. I just like this kind of green color and the pink together. All right. So I'm going to get this up on the door, put the bow on it, and take a picture of it for you. This is my next craft night with the girls. Love, love, love. Yes, you've got to. You can't beat it. And like she said, they, even in anywhere that sells cloth is going to sell leather ribbon. You can probably get faux leather, like that pleather or whatever it's called. You could get real leather. You don't have to trim the sides. You can do just your the jute rope around the edge. Remember those flip-flops you used to get that had like the wicker and the color around? They still sell them every now and again, and it has like a little edge, and that edge is like the color. You can just put jute around the edge. You can just do jute for the little thong. Or you really don't have to have this. I just thought it would add like a little bit of something to it. But if you just like put it flat across here, it would give it the same look. I just thought this material, rattan braid, whatever it was good. So I'm going to look it up and see where I can tell y'all where you can find it on the internet. What is the trim? That's what we're talking about, Debbie. It's I bought it at a wicker furniture repair store, like in a little, wound up spool. But she said it's RATTAN braid. So I'm gonna look on Amazon and see if I find it, or Google it, because maybe it doesn't seem like something that's expensive. It shouldn't be. And I didn't use very much on this size. You can downsize yours a little bit. Like if you had several of these, like just, a different pair on a wreath, it doesn't have to be the whole wreath, doesn't have to be your shoes. You're so sweet, Judy. And I'll try to look that up for you in just a minute. And maybe when I share the picture of it, I can have where you can get it. Because I don't think you would probably need 2, 3. I maybe use like 3 yards of it on here. I'm like guessing up. And it was pretty simple to work with. It's paper. It actually is like little tiny pieces of paper, but they're 4 strands, we're 8 total braided together. And actually, just one over the other one, it's not even a true braid. It just kind of looks braided. All right, I'll let y'all go. Thank y'all for all the hearts for my craft. Share if you like it. I don't know what word, sprinkle, whatever word I'm supposed to use. They're gonna put me in Facebook jail. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks. If I can